Where did McCutcheon go?
Where Barry Bonds went.
I know.
San Francisco. What a huge day. You know, not for our generation, but for the younger generation, he is Clemente or Stargell or Bonds.
Face of the franchise.
And to trade Andrew McCutcheon is not a small thing to do. I mean, it's huge news, and not that wasn't expected, but it's still you find out about it. It's big stuff.
All right, real quick, and I know you've been on the beat so much that I actually had to spend a little time with the great Ralph Iannotti, who came here to see you, but you were just so busy. But of course, they'll have much more on their newscast later tonight, Bob Pompiani and company. But you look at Andrew McCutcheon. He would have been a free agent at the end of next year. 28 homers last year, years removed for that 2013 MVP season. And Garrett Cole gone. A lot of people are saying, why would they do this? I think the Pirates realize, look, they've got to start the foundation again, the process again. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I'm sure a lot of listeners and fans will.
Well, let's face it, they're only going to spend so much money. So you can't afford a guy like Andrew McCutcheon. So you trade Andrew McCutcheon. And I think what they're starting down the road to is smart. Blow the whole thing up. Win 50 games next year. That's fine. As long as you have a core that you build and the guys that you're getting will make an impact. Now that's the question. Are the guys they're getting, are they going to be impactful to this organization? They're going to get a chance. And now it's up to their scouting and to their player evaluation to see if they made the right selections. Because, yes, you can trade these guys because you can't afford them, but you have to get something back.
All right, I got to talk Steelers with you real quick. Time to think about next year. It always comes down to those few plays, and we're going to talk tonight to Greg Diolis and Bob Dvorak. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell not getting the first down, the fumble, the interception. I mean, you can pick one of them, but Jacksonville just a pretty good football team, too.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the social media garbage was garbage. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. That fired them up. The defense was horrible. Love Cam Hayward, but he was non-existent in that game. The 2 first-round picks at ends were horrible. I think Mike Tomlin was pitiful. It was a pitiful coach game. I mean, if Mike Tomlin was a guy on the fence, he'd be fired. But he's not a guy on the fence. But I would tell you this, if by next year at this time they are not in the AFC title game, I think his job is questioned.
Doug Marrone, obviously.
I mean, not just by us, but by higher-ups.
He is the face, meaning the coach of the Jaguars, but I can't help but think the guy walking in that I saw heading into Heinz Field yesterday on the CBS TV coverage was Tom Coughlin, who I think, no matter what anybody wants to believe, even though you don't see him as much, he's got to be a big reason why
sure.
Jacksonville's doing as well as they are.
Sure, I mean, it's the blueprint. You look at their team. Tough, hard-nosed defense, doesn't pull a lot of crap, although they talked a lot of smack after the game now, so we'll see how New England deals with that and their guarantees and some of the stuff they're saying. But yeah, they did a great job. I mean, listen, they came in here and destroyed the Steelers. Their offensive line did. They scored 45 points. Now, Steelers fans should have seen this coming. I mean, you kind of hit under. I mean, you gave up a lot of points to Baltimore, gave up a lot of points to Cleveland. You can say, well, you know, it didn't matter. Listen, this defense had issues, and they had issues all year.
Let me just say this, my opinion, you're smarter than I am, but Ryan Shazier not being in this
That was
lineup
big in this one.
is huge.
Yeah, it was big in this one. The lateral speed would have been big for some of the bootlegs and some of the running. Yeah, absolutely. But again, this defense was still a project. That's why there's still blame to the offense, even though they scored 42 points, because you have 5 of your 6 All-Pros are on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they're stacked offensively. And that's why any little mistake they made or jumped on, and I will tell you, I don't think Todd Haley will be back next year, and Ed Bouchette has said as much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Hathorn, you can hear him right now, of course, on the KDK Afternoon and every 20 minutes on 93.7 The Fan. Good evening.